Hi everybody, it's June 26, 2025, and I know that some of us, or lots of us, want to know what is the meaning behind years of continuous suffering. If you get to my age, you probably went through a span of this, or maybe multiple spans of years of suffering. And you want to know, like, if I'm going to live through this, what does it mean? What's the meaning of it? Am I going to get anything of benefit from it? Is it going to end? Is it going to be like this to the end of my life? And, worry and dread might set in, and just a resignation might creep into your heart, into your actions. But what I think is more important than what is the meaning of years of continuous suffering is, what's more important is, how am I going to utilize this to make sure that whatever issue that keeps on creeping into my day-to-day, how do I alleviate this? And having faith that once you figure out how to alleviate it, that you will gain wisdom, so you will move on to a brighter and more sustainable span of years to come. And that's just one of many strategies to go through it. You also may ask, why would the Father put us through anything like that? And simply I have to say, that's the nature of the realm of earth. There is both great light and great beauty in the earth, and there's also low darks and stuff that creates doubt in the centers of our hearts if we allow it to. That's just the nature of the realm. But I will say, once you get older, you know that the years that you have spent suffering were not suffering from second to second, because there were spans of days where you were comparatively happy and joyful, but the overarching feeling that you have from those years as you look behind is suffering. And that perspective gives you a clue to how you should look at life. If most of these years were suffering, you know that not all of it was, and that you were given grace. And that's why you have to appreciate when grace comes in the midst of those years of suffering, and to learn from them, to eat it up, and to assimilate it into your spirit so you can heal yourself through those years. And if you look back and you had a great relationship with somebody, or if you look back and you had a great span of success, and it was during those years where you thought you were suffering, that's not to say that you're looking back with rose-tinted glasses. That's a truth, that you were happy in the midst of those times. You were your happiest of your life during the darkest times of your life. And somebody may try to throw a blanket statement over that kind of point, saying that you can't always look at life. It depends on how you look at life. That's what it's going to be. Somebody could throw a blanket statement on that, but that's not actually what we feel. That's not actually a truth that we could agree with, because we know that the suffering during those times were harsh, and they were painful, and they left scars inside of us. And I believe personally there is an escape from years of continuous suffering. It just takes a attitude of controlled lunacy, an attitude that when you commit to leaning into the Father even more during those times, when you lean and commit to the Father even more during those times of almost complete darkness, the Father will lift you out once you have reached a certain point where he thinks you learned, or where he thinks that something was added to your spirit. He may rescue you just before you give up, or he may come in a royal flush just after it's all over, and bless you completely and revive you. So what I say to this question, why, are there years of continuous suffering is because the viewpoint that you look at it through, and it's because you are going to see beauty, maybe all at once, or maybe interdisperse just enough to keep you going and to get you stronger. So I'm not dismissing anybody's pain. I'm not dismissing any of our experiences, but in the realm of earth, there needs to be a proving to yourself and to your mind's eye and to your spirit that grace is here. And that's one of the ways that it occurs. So I hope this helps.